Yo, what's going on guys, it's your boy Poison Okami here, me, myself and I, back at it again with another video, and today's video is a character guide for Mizukage Mei Terumi. So Mizukage Mei, as she is formerly known as, is probably one of the stronger kunoichi in the game. One of the stronger characters in general in the game. I say she's a very good, steady A-tier character myself. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with that mutually. She's just very good in many different ways. How she plays in the team, her combo potential, her projectiles, just a lot about her is very useful, and we're going to go into it now. Mizukage Mei has paper bombs, 2 speed down tags, like a dumpling thing for extra guard damage, and a guard break. So generally, I wouldn't say that her item set is very good. On a team like I have here, I'd probably either put Tsunade or Raikage first, depending on who's got the better items. Usually, I wouldn't really pick a team like this for Mei. It's just like a nice little Kage-themed team that actually does work in an intermediate level. But in a top level player, I would pair her with like Sasuke the Last, and Pain or Madara or something. But anyways, let's get into her combos. So her combos are all very generic. They're very good, in fact. So, you know, got the neutral combo looking like this. With the neutral combo, this is only good for getting a strike back. There's no infinites or any infinite stun in it. Down combo. That's a down combo there. And then for Mizukage, here is her up combo as well. Very nice. So her 2 combos that you want to use the most is her down combo. Right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 circle hits. Or B hits if you're playing on Xbox. Not sure what a key is on keyboard. And then you can jump in between. And then do your infinites. Obviously from this, you can cancel this into a UJ. Just ninja move towards them, do the UJ, Omajitsu right there, and then she would do her lovely Omajitsu, burning her opponents with lava. So that is what you want to do for a down combo. The up combo is as shown. So I do a hollow step with this one. As you can see, even convert into air combo. I will turn the guard on just to show that it can work. It is very hard to do though sometimes. As you can see, I got it here, but like, oh, I cancelled way too early. I'd recommend hollow stepping this because it brings her closer to the opponent. Also depends on the stun of the water bullets, because she like basically brings down some water bullets. Oh, I have it. The items are limited. Where are the items? So yeah, I always like to hollow step like this. And as you can see, if you're not fast enough, then they can get out of the stun and block again. So if you're going to try and attempt this infinite in a fight, please do it carefully. You can do a combo like this instead, because this is much more harder to do, but it's still possible. And from it, you can land the Omajitsu as well. Make sure though, when you land that Omajitsu, that you jump nice and close towards the enemy. So if you do it like a tiny jump, she'll miss for some reason. So make sure that when you do it, you get real close. Like this. There you go. So then you maximize your chances of actually hitting it from the up combo. So those are your 2 options right there. If you don't want to do, you know, if you want to do a pill cancel instead, and you got like an attack pill or something, you want to up Mei's attack, that's fine. Just do an attack pill instead. So ninja move, attack pill, like this. Oh, don't throw a kunai bag. But yeah, just ninja move, throw attack pill. Make sure you're actually close enough when you do it. And if you jump normally like this, you can't actually land the infinite. That's why I hollow step. So again, guys, if you don't know how to hollow step, be sure to check out my hollow stepping tutorial in the tutorials playlist of the channel. And then let's take a look at her air combo. So I showed you the 2 combos you want to use the most. So her air combo, really good. Probably one of the best air combos in the game, in my opinion. The reason why I say that is because you can reset off of this, lava. You can repeat it over and over again, but if you time it right, you can also reset onto the ground again. Like so. So you gotta wait till they hit the ground, and then chakra dash. So I'll play it in slow motion. Excuse me, I'll play it in slow motion for you. Like so. So there's that as well. There's actually different ways to do this as well. So if you don't have the chakra to chakra dash to do that, You can switch characters. Oh, my leader switch didn't get red. Thanks, misinputs. Let's try again. You can switch, throw a shuriken with the next character and stand them up on the ground. You can do the same scenario as well. Like so. Hey, we got the combo to UJ Tsunade. Let's go. Look at me, absolute combo king. But yeah, so that is how you do it with Mei. So I will slow it down for you. So that way you get a good idea on where you should be switching and throwing this, the kunai. So that is the really good thing about Mizukage's air combo. But wait, there is more. So with the air combo, you can also do this and reset by yourself without having to throw the lava. But obviously you want to throw the lava because more damage. Much better. And then not only that, but you can do it the backdash way as well. So obviously I've shown you guys the backdash way. Just make sure you're being very quick with it as well. So, oops, you want to finish it like that. There you go. Go into a nice lunging character like Raikage. Go into your next combo and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much everything with her air combo. So I'm going to show you what you can do with her on block. So she is pretty much safe on block because of her projectiles. Because all this water makes her like a projectile heavy. So characters basically cannot tilt through her combos as simply, you know, like she can't get tilted in her combos on block, which is really good. So because of this, you can just, oh wait, let me turn off the rebound a minute. There you go. So yeah, no, you can do stuff like that. So yeah, combos on block you can do. It's just something like this. Just use the up combo and then a chakra dash to increase guard break potential. And then you can go into your next character as well. So, you know, it would look like this basically. So do up combo, chakra dash, switch, mash. With the block stun coming from the up combo, they shouldn't be able to escape that very easy. So that's a nice little guard pressure combo I do with Mizukage Mei. Whatever you do on block, do not try and do, you know, the jump hit like this, because it won't be very successful and they can't actually counter this. So whatever you do, do not do that. Yeah, on block, she's okay. Sometimes I like to mix up by doing this as well. This is a fun one. They can actually counter through that, or they can escape, so be careful. But yeah, if you're really good with hollow stepping and you're fluid with your jump shurikens, then feel free to do this sometimes as well. This is a really good idea to do. But yeah, what I like to do is up combo, dash during the raindrops, and then do that. There's a lot of block stun, and it opens them up for your combos. So yeah, speaking of her combos as well, actually, so the best part about Mizukage Mei is what makes her so strong is actually the fact that she, what she can do is that she can pressure with her IC3 from far. So her IC3 is her intro combo 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's basically what her IC3 is. And with this, this is amazing, because this stops chakra dashes and even stops some projectile jutsu. Now, it only stops projectile jutsu during her IC2. Her IC2 actually acts as a little shield, and I will demonstrate this to you shortly. But I will show you how strong this is, because chakra dashing is a very key fundamental piece of the game. It's how we approach and it's how we travel to our opponents somewhat safely. We're able to avoid shurikens and chakra shurikens with it. It's a very fast and armored way of traveling. However, if I turn on my opponent's chakra dashing here, you'll see that when he does eventually want to chakra dash towards me, he can't, because these water bullets stop him. This makes Mei one of the best zoning characters in the game. Probably, if not the best zoning character in general. The fact that she can do this is amazing. Not only that, but the tracking on her water bullets are overpowered. I mean, obviously Sasuke's not trying to sidestep them, but if he were, if I get him to ninja move. Where's ninja move? As you can see, even though he's ninja moving, it's still going to catch him regardless. Even when he goes backwards and forwards, no matter how he ninja moves, even the further away he does it as well, they're still going to catch him. So you can do damage over time. It either forces your opponents to block them, but if they keep blocking them over and over, the guard will eventually break. And if you try to ninja move them, they'll still get hit. So the thing is with this is like, this actually can be avoided, but maybe I might do that in like a how to counter Mei guide, because Mei is very hard. I know that a lot of you struggle against her, but some players can just win a match just by doing this. Just do IC3, jump shuriken, IC3, jump shuriken, IC3, jump chakra shuriken, IC3, you know, just keep doing that. Or they can even jutsu buffer it after it like that. And that's what some Mei players do. That's what some of the more advanced Mei players do, is that they'll get up close and then, you know, they'll do something like that. Oh, I did it wrong. Yeah, and then just do, you know, whatever damage you want from there. But yeah, she makes her very annoying. Now, let me show you how this jutsu can actually extinguish jutsus as well, like other jutsus. The fact that her projectiles can do that. So if I turn off the ninja move, turn on ninjutsu. As you can see, it completely extinguished his black flames. You know, the flames that don't extinguish until they burn the enemy. Yeah. Well, Mizukage Mei's water can go through that and absolutely destroy it. Which in the anime, canonically, doesn't actually make sense. Like, she could never get away with doing that in the anime. But in this game, she can do it. Now, this isn't just Sasuke's jutsu, it's any projectile jutsu. So it would do it for Suigetsu's water dragon, it would do it for Karin's perfume spray, it would do it for any fireball, any projectile jutsu, even stop running jutsus, because remember, these water pellets will stop running jutsus too. Now, if Sasuke were to go ahead and do that jutsu from afar, it would actually destroy my water bullets, or more so ignore them. Fireballs can actually go through that once the water bullets have left her body. As soon as they left her hand and they're traveling freely in the air, fireballs and any projectile jutsu can actually burn straight through them. They're useless once they're in the air by themselves. However, they still stop chakra dashes. So remember the priority scale here. The priority scale is that the water bullets can always stop chakra dashes and stop charging opponents. This goes for Chidori runners, Rasengan runners, and chakra dashers. Anything that has the opponent throw their body at you, the water bullets can stop that. If it's an ultimate jutsu, it might not. It depends on the invincibility frames, if they're there or not. With jutsus, when the water bullets are traveling through the air, will burn through them, but the jutsu will get cancelled if the water bullets are still attached to her arm when she's swiping up in her IC2. So just remember that. But let's move on to the next part, which is her grab. Now, her grab is probably the worst thing about her. As you can see, if you hit it just from the side a little bit, because she does that little twirl of her body, she can miss. As you can see, I'm literally right by Sasuke. I'm not even moving at this point. I'm just spamming grab, and she's just missing. She just can't hit him. So this is really annoying. Obviously, it's not against Sasuke. She can be like this versus any character, so you got to line yourself right in front of them and do it that way. That's the only way you can hit it. And then when you do hit it, they can actually rebound right there, so there isn't really a lot of like wake up options as well. If you're playing on 30 frames per second, you can try and approach them with a chakra dash, obviously. So you can do like, you know, do that and then try and catch them on the rebound frames. But other than that, yeah, there's not really much you can do really in that scenario. Thing is, you won't really find yourself hitting the grab. If you do hit the grab, then big style points to you, like, well done. But the grab doesn't get hit very often. Like, she is known to miss, obviously, and it's just not good. And the opponent will always like basically get out of it as well. I think because he's not blocking, he's a lot more prone to getting hit by it now. Even if I like, oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, so she still missed the first time. Most characters will just lock on and just grab it instantly, but yeah. So with Mei's grab, I don't really have much to say about it. It's just if they rebound, try and take advantage of those vulnerability frames at the end of their rebound. The very last few frames of the rebound, you'll be able to catch them on with like a chakra dash or even like a Team UJ or something. I can't display it here because it doesn't work in 60 frames per second. Right, let's go ahead and move on to her tilt. So her tilt is about average. Actually, to be honest, is one of my personal favorites in the game, but in terms of competitive viability, it's not really that great. So what it does is that in general, she just rains down water bullets like this from like a vapor cloud. Just rains them down. It grounds the enemy and drains their chakra like so. So it's very good for grounding and draining chakra, if that's your goal ever. In terms of guard pressure, it ain't really that great because it's hard to follow up with. So when you do this, I mean, it creates some block stun. You just have to make sure you're in like a mid range or something, you know. But other than that, yeah, it's not really. She doesn't do all. This is like all the water pellets. She does like several, but if you switch during it, she only does like a few. Like it's one of those tilts that cancel as soon as you switch, basically. So you can try and, you know, approach with it, but it's not it's not like a massive great like approaching tool. But basically, one way to make it work is to always combine it with things. So a combo you could do is something like this. Do something like that, maybe. That way, you know, it grounds them, gets a chakra, and if they got like 10%, 5% chakra, and you want to get rid of that chakra altogether, then the tilt is very good for that. Now, let me show you something really interesting about the tilt, mechanic-wise. So from a certain range, they won't actually hit. Like, they're set to track. So as you can see, they kind of lift up off the ground. Kind of like how, think of these as like Sasuke's Inferno Fireball. He points it down, but sometimes, depending on how far away the opponent is, they can lift themselves up. If they see that they're in a certain range, they can actually lift themselves up and follow the opponent. However, if you get far away enough, they begin to still drop into the ground. And if you go really far away enough, they'll just forget that Sasuke's even there and just go straight into the ground. Obviously, you can see them trying to track, but it's not as good. Now, let me show you what happens if Sasuke jumps. Now, when your opponent jumps, it actually helps the tracking. There you go. Obviously, the timing's got to be great, but as you can see, you can hit it from very far away. Like so, and only one's got to hit them. Like, you got to remember, the damage coming from these things is not multiple of them, it's only one. So you just need the one to actually hit. There you go, like so, and you can even hit it from afar. I've surprised many people with this when they, you know, when they're jumping in the neutral game. People who like to bunny hop a lot, it really catches them by surprise when they think they're not going to get hit. And yeah, it's really good the amount of chakra you can drain from it as well. But yeah, it's just really good to do in combos as well. Like I said, like, you know, do you know, you can do a nice little down combo like this. Backstep into like tilt or something, very nice and stylish. But yeah, other than that, the tilt don't have many other uses. It's very, you know, very average in general. And yeah, like I said, in terms of competitive viability, it's not amazing. But yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at Mizukage Mei's Jutsu, her lava dissolving Jutsu. So it's a very strong Jutsu. It actually has 2 hits. It has one here, and it has another one on the ground. It's not really displaying it though because he's falling, and as he's falling, like the second hit is vanishing. But obviously the main hit is right here. It's actually paired very well with Tsunade's Jutsu. Big damage, as you can see, lots of height, lots of chakra drained as soon as they fall onto the ground as well. But I'll try and demonstrate to you how it can hit twice. There you go, like so. So if you get them to, if you catch them in the air and they fall into it, they can actually get hit again and do extra damage. They can even rebound into it. So you may have had it where you fought a Mei player and you rebounded into it just like that as well. So that is another way. So that is like the main uses of Mei's Jutsus. Many times a Mei player will just sometimes, sorry, let me turn this off. A Mei player will just do this and then dash along towards it and then defend themselves, or like they'll switch check it and like they'll protect themselves like this. So it makes it so that you can approach in an area, but then you can cover yourself by keeping yourself safe along the lava, because they can't touch you if they go towards the lava. Literally playing the floor as lava with your opponent. But yeah, that is pretty much it for her jutsu. That's the only interesting part. Obviously, you can implement it in her combos, like her up combo. And probably not that part, actually. You want to do it about there. So obviously you can do that, and then you can do it in her down combo as well. Not that part in her down combo, I meant to do it. There we go. Like so. So, you know, that's ways to implement it in her combo. She can also do it from her air combo as well. Oh, not like that, though. I meant to do it. What's a good way to do it? Oh, he's rebounding. Basically, on a grounded opponent, so when he's grounded, her jutsu does hit on the ground. There we go, like so. So you can hit them grounded as well. So that is like the main properties of her jutsu. It's very good at switch checking and approaching with a lot. You know, going to an air combo and stuff. Do literally whatever you need to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So as you can see, Mizukage Mei has a lot in her moveset. Like, she's a very good character. Storm 4 is literally her best game. She wasn't as amazing in the previous games, but in this game, she really glows up in this one. Okay, so we've gone through everything. We've gone through her grab, her tilt, her jutsu, and her combos and everything. So let's take a look at her awakening. So Mei's awakening is actually pretty generic and is not great. Her combos are also the same, and so is her grab as well, and then her tilt is still the same as well. The only thing that does change is her jutsu. She does a solid fog jutsu, which grounds the opponent. Obviously, it's a very slow-moving jutsu that eventually travels towards the enemy, like so. So as you can see, it eventually makes its way there. You can travel with it with a support as well. You know, get whatever you can off of it. But it grounds the opponent, so even, you know, there's not really much you can do once it starts hitting. So it's not like the stun on it is not really the best. And then obviously she has her awakening action. So she has this one, which you can only hit from a certain range. I'll demonstrate in a second how it's a real pain in the butt. And then she has her 3 water dragons, which you can travel with, like so. Very good for doing this. And then you can hit her jutsu on the ground like that, force them to wake up, and then just do a bunch of pressure to them. But I'll show you how the jutsu is a pain. As you can see, if she's too close, she does it right over the head. And if you do it from too far away, you still can't really do much with it. So you have to make sure that your positioning is correct when you decide to do that jutsu. But yeah, other than that, there isn't really much like else that's really too interesting from it. Like, she's pretty like bland. She's pretty like chill, I guess. Like, I guess you can do a down combo, back dash into the, you know, the awakening action like that. Same with the dragons, you know, you can do something like that, and then, I don't know, do some stuff like that. But her awakening is basically the same as her normal moveset. She obviously got a bit of a speed buff and, you know, a bit of like an attack buff, obviously. But other than that, like, she's mainly good for doing this solid fog. It's just good for, like, you know, if you have the health lead, it's just good for grounding them and stunning them. And just being a hindrance to them, and just doing that, and just doing like a stronger instance of this as well. Like, basically, she is a massive defensive zoning monster when she's in her awakening, because she can just do that, hide behind her fog, and then just do this constantly, like so. So that's all she needs to do, basically. As you can see, it lasts a long time. It travels very slowly as well. Has tracking on it, and you can just do this over and over. That is pretty much the strength of her awakening. God damn, that really travels and eats up the enemy. But that's pretty much for her awakening. So an overall for conclusion from Mei, her strong suits is her IC3, jump cancel, and you can even combine it with shuriken. If you're good at jutsu buffering, then jutsu buffer it as well. But actually, make sure you do it right. You know, do that. Her tilt is pretty good for grounding enemies as long as you can catch them. As if your enemy isn't very good at blocking a lot in the neutral, and you got a safe distance away, you know, just do that. You can see in some of my Mei gameplay, if you've ever seen me play Mei in the past, I'm very good at landing tilts with her. But yeah, this is what you mainly want to do. It's just a lot of this. And then when you do her jutsu, you just want to switch check it as well. Combine it with other jutsus, do big damage like so as well. And then if you ever get your opponent in a combo as well, make sure to do down combo infinite. Got your up combo infinite as well. You can cancel these into UJ as well, like so. And your air combo, you can restand in Twitch Shuriken, or you can restand with just a chakra dash, like so. And do big stuff like that. So that is pretty much the strength of Mei. Like I said, Mei is an actual monster in the neutral game. She is a great defensive zoner and a very good pick for your team. Not only that, but she is a charge guard as well. So, you know, when you're charging, you know, when you're chilling or whatever, and you're charging your chakra, I got infinite chakra, hold on. How do I get rid of infinite chakra? Chakra gauge, normal. There we go. And then if I put the storm gauge up to unlimited, oh, As you can see, she will always jump in front and protect you as well. So she is a very great asset to the team. Anyways, that is it for the Mei guide. I hope that you guys have learned something new, and I hope that you guys realize Mei's very strong potential and how she is probably one of the greatest characters in the game. Definitely like a top 15 or maybe a top 10 or something for sure. Anyways, it's been your boy Poison Okami. Matane.